This isn't like a football game. You lose, whatever. This is like, in fighting, losses are big. This wasn't a loss, but a draw is a loss in my book. So, good fight. He's tough. I won. I don't get it. I don't. And again, this isn't looking at it as who like did better and all that. If you want to just go by the book, they took a point away. I won that fight. I don't get it.
No.
I don't. Speechless.
I gotta ask you about third round. After you dominate the second round, you're grappling and all. What was your mindset though going into the third round and what you wanted to do and just?
Yeah, push the pace. I always like pushing the pace. Obviously, I feel like I have the best conditioning in all of MMA. I felt like I had a good position on his back. I drill that position a lot when guys are on their feet and have their back and they think that they're somewhat safe and I could slide under their neck, snake choke it. They took the point away, which is good. That's huge when they take a point away, but I didn't get the position back for some reason. I would have liked the position back, but I don't know. Again, I always feel like if it's a loss, I'm blaming the judges, but I somehow always am stuck with these fights of what the fuck. You know, it's not, obviously it's MMA and there's no definitive, it's everything subjectory, but again, I don't see it. I don't know.
And then lastly for me, is it too soon to talk about, do you want a rematch or you just want to look at this fight or just take a few days?
This is a fight I don't know if I'm ever going to fight again. I do this shit to be the best. If that's my last fight, so be it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would like that one back, but I want them all back. I lost to Stas. I feel like I fucking beat him again. I lost to the Russian Magomed. I was beating him before he caught me. I want them all back. You know, that's when I don't know.
How's your experience fighting for PFL?
Oh, I love the PFL. It's awesome. It's very similar to Bellator. Everyone's very professional. Everybody's very nice. It's an organization that sky's the limit. You know, it's newer, so it doesn't really have a ceiling. We could take this company to the best MMA organization that Earth has ever seen. If I do continue fighting, I would like to stay in the PFL. I love the PFL. Sky's the limit. They're doing all the right things. They're making all the right moves. They put on great fights. The guys in charge are awesome. Unfortunately, it's a weird sport. You know, when you have a sport where there's no definitive winner, where there's you know, in football there's the line of scrimmage. Did the ball fucking cross it? You know, baseball, did the ball land in the middle? You know, this, like, so subjectory. I don't know. I mean, you guys ask me these questions. The only thing in the back of my mind is still, how the fuck did I lose that fucking fight? I don't get it. But yeah, I love the PFL.
What do you mean if you continue fighting? You have plans of retiring? Are you?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. These are losses that change your whole mindset, change your whole career. This should have been a win in my book, and I don't fucking do shit to not be the best. If I stop fighting and I do something else, I'll be the best at that. But I'm not here to get fucking yanked around by some fucking judges. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess what would, I know it just happened, but what would depend on you making that decision?
Well, in my mind right now, I'm done.
Okay.
But I know that it's fresh off a loss, and you gotta fucking think and not make rash decisions. Talk to my coaches. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
a lot to think about.
It's surprising because you're young. It seems like you're probably in the best portion of your career, right? Like it's surprising to hear this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not at my peak yet. I'm approaching that. You know, 31. I think in a couple of years I would reach my peak. You know, my stand-up is getting better and better. It's getting to not as good as my grappling. My grappling will always be better. I'm not dumb. I know that. But I'm getting better and better. And yeah, I have big goals and big dreams. But I'm not fucking doing this shit to get draws. It's not. It fucks with you because it's also, you know, so much is going on, so much chaos is going on in that cage. When they take the point away, you have that in your mind. So I have to fight a certain way. I know that they took the point away, so I'm fighting a certain way. If they didn't take that point away, I'm using different techniques and different skill sets because I need to win that fucking round. They took the point away, so I'm fighting a certain way. I'm not here to fucking get bullshit around. I don't know. Again, this is fresh off the loss. I just fucking extremely pissed off. I don't know. I'm probably done, but maybe not.
Well, if this is it, well, congrats on a great career, and you know you fought some of the best in Bellator and got pretty far.
So you just mentioned knowing that your opponent lost the point. You fought a bit differently. How did you fight differently knowing that your opponent lost the point?
Well, when you get the point, you've won the round. I mean, you could finish you, he could do all that shit, but you know, then that most of the MMAs don't understand that because they're casuals, which is fine. Everybody's not going to be a hardcore MMA junkie and totally understand the ins and outs. You know, people have lives, but there is a mathematical breakdown with this shit. You know, they took a point away, so I have that round in the book. You know, I win that round. You fight a certain way, and obviously you're always chasing for the finish, but dude, at this level, finishes are fucking hard to come by. Obviously, I'm always trying to fucking finish this guy, and I'm not saying that I'm fighting timid or just trying to coast to a victory and get a decision, but when you have a certain thought in your mind, you gotta fucking fight smart. You gotta win in this fucking game. So even after the end of the result, you can go back and you look. I was looking at Patchy. We were jawing at each other. I thought, no way that I would have lost. We both thought I won. I even saw Patchy after. I don't know if you guys saw after we left. I was talking to him. He thought I won too. Everybody fucking thought I won. But that doesn't fucking matter. The judges said it was a draw. That's all that matters. So, you know, fuck me.
Danny, I can't imagine what you're feeling right now or relate to it, but what's the biggest positive you could draw from this? Defending.
I'm a pretty positive guy. Everybody knows me. I'm always looking up. There's no positive.
This isn't a question, but don't be done. This is what you love more than anything, and you can still be the best regardless of this result, and you know that.
Yeah, yeah.
You can still be the best.
In my mind, I am the best. I see that matchup with Patchy, and there's more than one way to victory to beat that guy, and he's the best bantamweight in the world. I don't care what anybody fucking says. Patchy Mix right now, you have to say he's the best bantamweight. The other guy in the other promotion, Patchy would take him down and snap his neck, okay? There's levels to this. This division, this bantamweight division, me, Stotts, Magomed, Patchy, Higo, Archuleta, Kyoji, these are well-rounded killers. You know, some other organizations, they're just strikers. You know, it's a business, I get it. But I am the best in the fucking world. I know that. On any given night, and fighting's crazy, and again, I don't want to say I am done. I'm probably done. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Patch has been talking about, I talked to him in 2022, he wanted to fight you. I'm sure he would still be open to that matchup moving forward. So.
Yeah, he is. Even after the result, I was talking to him. Our fight is the biggest fight at bantamweight. It's the biggest fight you can make. It's the most skillful. It's massive. He's a huge name. I'm a huge name. I don't know if that lines up next. He's fighting my sloppy seconds in Higo. Whatever happens there happens. Higo's also fucking good. Higo can beat him. But I don't know. You know, I go to sleep every night and I think about me versus Patchy because it's such a big fucking fight and there's a lot on the line and it would be very fucking high level. But I don't know if we'll ever see that. And that's okay.
You still have the sweatshirt?
Yeah, of course I still have the fucking sweatshirt. I have everything. You know, I have everything people have ever said in the last 10 years. I keep fucking receipts. I have everything in the back of my book.
Thank you, man.
Danny, obviously you're talking about the possibility of you being done. We know that change in this sport is very slow, but we're finally seeing changes to the 12-6 elbows and downed opponent rules. If they start talking about some changes for a more clear judging system, is that something that would keep you in the sport?
Maybe. You know, at the end of the day, this is still a fairly recent sport. You know, this is a new sport, so we're going to keep evolving. It's not perfect right now, and in a subjective sport like this or boxing or whatever, it's always going to be subjective. You know, in one guy's mind, significant strike is in one guy's book, and in the other ones he thought it wasn't a significant strike. So it's always going to be subjective, but yeah, you're just trying to get this sport more clear and better, and you cater to the casuals, because again, not everybody is a hardcore MMA guru junkie. People have lives. They got shit to do. They can't just study this sport 24/7. They got jobs, they got families, all that. You have to cater to the casuals, and when you have a sport where you have half the fan base not knowing who won, people should know who's fucking winning or who won. You can't be at the end of, imagine a fucking football game and the game ends and you're like, oh, who won? Half the room says this guy, half the room says that, who fucking knows? No, we need to get to a clear space in this fucking sport. I don't even remember the question. I can't get over my decision.
Obviously, things like open scoring would help. Is that something you'd like to see? Do you think that would make a big enough impact?
Yeah, I like to think of all angles. I don't see how open scoring couldn't help. You need it to be clear and obvious for everybody. Everybody needs to know what is the score going on. You can't be watching a sport. This is a sport. This is a big fucking deal. This isn't a fucking hobby, ping pong, whatever the fuck. You need to know who's winning. And again, it's not about the fighters, it's the fans. That's where the money is. The fans need to know who the fuck is winning, and it helps out the fucking fighters too. If I know that I'm losing with a minute left, of course I'm gonna fucking go balls to the wall and try to finish the guy. I think the more communication in this sport and the more clear and obvious, the better. Well, I don't see the other argument of, no, don't have open scoring, let's just guess who's winning. Why the fuck would you want to guess who's winning? Just tell, I want to know. If I had to go take a fucking piss and I come back, who's winning? Shit, I don't fucking know. Yeah, we need to get to there.
Obviously, we would hate to see you walk away from this.
I don't think anyone, again, reiterated, nobody wants to see you done, but if you are done, it seems like you do have a lot of great ideas where the sport could go. Is that something where we could see you working in conjunction with the PFL or with some of the athletic commissions to get some of these things kind of overturned? Because you've had bad luck with judges, to say the least. Is that something that you'd be interested in if indeed you are done?
Selfishly, probably not. I would have to fully remove myself from the sport. I don't think I could be around it. It would hurt too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to see the sport thrive. It's the best sport on earth. It is the most pure sport there is. It's your God-given body against another man's, and it's a chess game. You know, most of these guys think of it as rock'em sock'em robots. It's not that. It's hours and hours and hours of work put in, and you have to be a genius to master the sport. You do, because you're using your brain. You know, obviously, you're using all your limbs and everything, but something's telling you what to do, and that's your brain. And you have to go over that, and you need to be ready, and you have to show up. It's the most incredible sport there is. Unfortunately, it's not perfect, and I've caught the bad end of it, and that's okay. You know, shit doesn't go perfect for everybody.
Appreciate you.
Okay, we're good?
Good.